You absolute popinjay.
Last time on the Harry Hill Show.
Things. Blood. Blood.
Harry Hill Show!
Hello there, I'm Harry Hill, and this is my show.
It's the Harry Hill Show.
Hello and welcome to Harry Hill Show.
Is that Harry Hill?
What do you mean, is it Harry Hill? Of course I'm... Do you watch TV?
Oh, I've got delivery.
Delivery? Ah, this must be the batteries for my torch.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, there's actually been a bit of a substitution.
A substitution? What do you... what? Sausages? In what way are they a substitution for batteries?
Oh, same size.
Same... Yeah, but they're not going to get a torch to run, are they?
Don't know that. Have you tried?
No, but I mean, those are AA sausages. This one takes a...
Well,
This. I mean, this just seems to... That's 1, 2... Oh. Huh, yeah, it does work. Yeah, fair enough, yeah.
The guest is here, Daddy.
Oh, well, we'd better welcome our guest. Tim Vine. It's Tim Vine, everyone.
Hello, everyone. We'll
Hello,
put the
Tim.
applause on later. How lovely to see you, Gary. I'm a
Thanks.
huge fan of Gary, possibly even slightly more than you, Harry. You know how much of a fan I am of you, but Gary, to meet you, Gary. Oh,
It's lovely to see you as well, Tim. What are you up to? I heard that you was supporting the Engelnook fireplace.
yes, I someone like that. Yeah, I supported Engelbert Humberthink, and yeah, I did 20 minutes and wasn't booed off. It was a great result.
Yes.
Is that it then? See, thanks for having us. Gary's finished.
he's just-
You have a lie down every sentence.
No, he is only 12.
Ah,
There's certain rules about hours.
Yes, of
Working
course.
with kids.
Yeah, of course.
But this was great, Tim. This
This is, I cannot tell you how much I just love this set and everything. The floor, I mean...
well, it's for sale.
Is it? I mean, it's, clearly it's a tablecloth that's been put on the floor and it has a lovely, we were talking about it before, and it pings the whole thing. It makes the whole thing come alive, doesn't
It's
it?
all about the floor, really.
Yeah.
But this Engelbert Humperdinck thing was
Yes.
a great, it was a lovely booking, wasn't it?
It was actually, yeah. I mean, I wanted to carry on that long tradition of comics dying before music acts.
Yeah.
And,
What is that tradition?
well...
Graham Chapman for Led Zepp, was it?
Is that right? Tommy Cooper before the Police. Apparently,
No, really?
Yeah,
Fantastic.
Because Sting was a huge fan of of Tommy Cooper. He went on, did his stuff. Of course, they all wanted all
Yeah.
young people who probably didn't know much about Tommy Cooper. Tommy Cooper, obviously, who is absolutely hilarious,
Yeah.
didn't go down very well. Walked off, and as he walked past Sting, he went, "Follow that."
Roxanne.
Yeah,
You don't have to follow.
you don't have to put on a red light. Red light, put on.
Red light.
Anyway, it went well, which is a bit disappointing. I was hoping that they might go for me, but it was.
And did you? What was he like, Engelbert? Nice guy.
I was sold a slight. I wouldn't say it was an untruth, but I was told when I offered the booking, Engelbert's a big fan of yours. Engelbert and his people love you. Come along, I thought, yeah, great. Never met him.
Never met him.
Never met
Yeah.
him. No. But he is. I mean, he's amazing. 89 years old. I watched the show. It was very feel good. Great.
Well,
great fun.
that's the least they could do. Let you watch the show.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
We have a mascot on the show, Tim.
Yes. Gary, is it?
It's not. No, Gary's not the mascot.
Oh, sorry.
Gary's an integral part of the show. Of
course he is.
It's Licky. Licky, the Harry Hill Show mascot. Come on out, Licky.
Licky, 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 the Harry Hill Show mascot. Licky, licky, previously had a job at Ascot. Licky, licky, licky.
Oh, flipping heck. Oh, that's
Licky.
one of the-
Licky, no, stop it.
That's both
Licky. No.
Oh, that's
It's become quite a regular. It's become quite a regular. Off to your quarters. I don't know if you can see that. It's
Oh, I see a battery. Yeah,
Swiss
yeah.
Army taser.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That, yeah.
It's a 9-volt battery.
That was both frightening and one of the most enjoyable experiences of my life.
I'm so sorry about
That was. I used to have a job as a tongue model. Yeah, only stuck it out for a week.
He's off. he's off. So, how do you feel about AI, Tim?
I'm not a fan of AI.
What's your issue with AI?
Well, I just think it's not human, is it? I'm a big fan of humans.
Well, it's ingested a lot of human stuff, hasn't it? So, I mean, it's doing what we're all doing in a way. It's
also
using experience to.
It's also not nearly as clever as people say. One thing people always say, well, it can write an entire novel in 2 seconds. Well, yeah, that's true. It can.
Is that true?
Apparently, yeah. You just say write a novel, and you go bing, and it goes dunk, and you've got a novel. And who knows how good it is? But the thing
is that the name of the novel?
The thing it can't do is cure any diseases or anything, can it?
Yeah. Well, I think that's actually one of the things it can do. I think you got this slightly.
All right. Have I led up to
Slightly
nice
the wrong
link, was it?
Now we have an AI bot on this show.
Oh, right. Just
Sarah,
a bot.
Sarah, the AI bot. So what we've done is we've harnessed AI for good. You know, there's lots of
great.
examples of it being used negatively. Would you like to meet Sarah, the AI bot?
I really would, yeah. If anything like the liquor. Yeah.
Let's get her out. Sarah?
Oh, Sarah.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's amazing.
It's AI. It's all AI. It's all, various robotics.
Nice legs. Show me about the forks.
Now, Sarah, say hello to Tim Vine.
Hi Tim, big fan by the way. My favorite thing you done? Pen behind the rear, where you put a pen up somewhere. I saw Tommy Walsh off Ground Force do that once. Enough to make your eyes water.
I don't think that was quite what you saw.
It wasn't
Tommy
quite that, yeah.
Walsh. But of course, that is one of your big.
Yeah, it's the fault that counts. But thank you, Sarah.
It's your sort of signature thing, isn't it? The pen behind the ear.
Kills a bit of time throwing a pen behind my ear.
Just explain what happens during.
Well, what I do, I should have brought a pen with me actually. But what I do is I throw a pen. I have a box of pens and I try and catch one behind my ear. We'll just have a go now for your viewers. And essentially, it normally takes quite a long time, but we'll have a go. Watch this. Here we go. It's there's normally music playing. A pen behind the ear,
pen behind the ear, pen behind the ear, pen behind the ear, pen behind the ear, pen behind the ear, pen behind the ear, pen behind the ear.
I feel confident about this. Pen behind.
If you've just tuned in.
Oh, but it doesn't count.
Good enough. No.
Oh, no.
All right.
Well, I suppose you could freeze frame at that point.
Down the back there.
You were the one who suggested it.
Well, I think you said if I had a pen here, I could do it.
Well, I can do it. I just didn't tell you when.
Hang on. It's the look of concentration.
Shouldn't have washed my hair. Wait a minute.
I think as you get older, your ears get bigger, so it might become easier as you get older.
Yeah, I thought about that. They might get further away from my head, though. Yeah, but,
Did you ever meet Terry Wogan? He had massive ears.
Did he? Yeah, so I heard. Oh, no, I tell you what it is. I don't normally use this pen, but
That's it. Blame the pen.
Wait a minute. Well, I've noticed that from the very beginning there were points at which you stopped. So I thought you can do an edit on this. So
thanks very much. That's the option. And as the sun sets slowly behind the Battersea Arts Centre, take your time. That's it. Deep breaths.
Floor came into its own then.
Here we go. Sorry about this, Sarah. We'll be with you in a moment.
Yeah, Sarah, we'll do your stuff in a minute. Hang on, wait a minute.
Oh, is it ever not?
Does it ever work?
Has it never got?
Normally I do it standing up. Maybe that's what the problem is. Can I stand up?
Yeah, stand up. Well.
Have you?
No, we don't want the
We don't want any music.
Let's just remember what this show's about.
Hang on a minute. Wait a minute.
I like this with the thing.
One thing's for sure. There's no way I'm not going to go to the end now because it's to be a
we've
real waste of your time. Yeah.
We've invested so much time that when it actually happens, I mean, this is the beauty of this routine, and I use the term routine.
I wish you'd never mentioned it, to be honest with you.
I wish you'd never thought of it.
Yeah, well,
I'm going back even further.
They've got a very sort of. Anyway.
Could just cut to my face looking surprised, cut back, and it's behind your ear. Could we do that?
And there's several of them. Could we do that? There's about 12 of them all over.
Do you want to have a go with the sausages?
Has anyone got a bic with them? Yeah.
See, the ink in that is quite runny, and so as it spins through the air, it changes its centre of gravity. Maybe
that's a good one.
I like the face as you do it. You go like that.
It was a very close one then, wasn't it? Has anyone got a Bic? Can I try a Bic, please? Thank you. I'll try
We're new pens, please. We're changing the pen.
That's a nice one. That's more like what I use. This one. Although I have now been throwing with a different weight for the last 10 minutes. Hang on.
Pen behind the ear. Pen.
The problem is, as I say, I've never stopped. This is their problem, and yeah, there'll be people.
Yeah. How long? What's the longest this has ever taken?
Well, this is getting there.
Oh, that was close. Yeah. Have you done something with your hair? Maybe that's.
Well, I had a perm.
He's done it. He's done it. This is the.
On the third attempt, you can cut that in. On the third attempt, you can cut that in.
You have the pen back. This is the excitement of the it's the build up, as you know,
As much as anything lunch, yeah, as much as anything else, it is, yeah.
it is your signature thing, I'd say. And
Is that? I've just realised, is that a joke?
like no, it wasn't a deliberate joke.
It's
Is it a joke? You tell me if it's a joke. No one laughed. Put it that
it's
way.
a pen.
Yeah,
And
it's
so
a
it's a signature thing.
No, it wasn't a deliberate joke. How did you come up with that, Jim?
Well, I had some time on my hands, clearly. And I used to, slightly inspired by the sound of someone leaving. Slightly inspired by Sid Snot throwing cigarettes into his mouth.
Oh,
Remember that?
yeah.
So-
Well, and the hat. Some people do it with.
Yeah.
Does someone do it with a
I
hat?
can do it with a hat as well, actually, funny enough. But we won't do that now. Yeah.
You're going to tell us a
Sarah's
little
doing
bit
it,
about Tim Vine.
Here goes. Timothy Mark Vine is an English comedian, actor, writer and presenter. Early life. Timothy Mark Vine was born in the Cheam suburb of London, the son of Diana, née Tillett, a housewife and occasional doctor's receptionist, and Guy Vine. He was educated in Surrey. Vine and a security guard from his office job in Croydon started doing open mic nights as a hobby. During 1991, Tim Vine regularly honed his routine at the Comedy Cafe in London, adding other clubs throughout 1992.
That pretty much.
That pretty much sums it up. Yeah, it's wonderful hearing all that. Do you know, I was helping my mum with the computer. She said, whenever I hit that button, it swears at me. I said, that's the cursor.
Now, you were born in Cheam.
Yes, lovely place, Cheam.
Yeah, and where are you now?
Well, about 10 minutes from Cheam.
Yeah, so you have you stayed pretty close to.
I made a break.
And what is it about that area that you love, Tim?
I like, it's sort of nothing happens there. Nothing really happens, but you are able to get to, say, for example, London and back again in an hour or so. So from that point of view, it's I like it. I like the odd field nearby. It's not quite the countryside. It's sort of suburbia, but a little bit of countryside and fields. I like fields.
Yeah. So what would be a typical day for you?
I play a bit of darts. First thing I do in the morning is I try and do a 501 ending on a double before the kettle boils. That's how I start the day.
That sounds like another routine.
Yeah. At least when the kettle boils, you know the routine's over, though. As opposed to pen behind the ear, which just carries on until you've done it. I say that, I didn't actually do that this morning. I was in a bit of a hurry this morning. And my other thing that's taking up a lot of my time is I've joined Slimming World. I told you about this.
Yes. Now, yeah. So tell me about Slimming World. It's not the same as Weight Watchers, is it? Or similar?
No, it's not. But it's a group where it's like a local group. I go along, and it's me, one other bloke, and 25.
It's not like a theme park where all the rides are based on slimming.
What a great idea! There's a section for your act. Different world things,
Yeah. What would it be?
Well,
Tunnel of gluttony.
Grub. Tunnel of grub. I'll tell you one thing about Slimming World. If you're the person who loses the most weight that week, you get Slimmer of the Week.
Right.
And they give you a certificate and you get a round of applause from the group and that. But what you get if you win it, you get a shopping basket full of food.
Right.
Which is sort of slightly counterintuitive, isn't it? It's sort of like, well,
I suppose it's a challenge, an extra challenge to try and
avoid eating it.
Yeah. So, and what's the incentive? Do you get is it just?
I just wanted to lose a bit of weight because
like a support group. But is it like a support group where you get like there's a prize at the end? Or
you get applause.
You get
is what
applause.
you get applause
and
if you've done
have,
something good.
If you turn up and you've added, you put weight on or you haven't lost any weight,
There's a little bit of shame involved, tiny bit. Yeah, they say there isn't, but you feel like you've let yourself down a bit. Yeah.
And is there like a big weigh-in at the start of the?
Yeah, I'm weighed every Wednesday. So, I mean, are we allowed to say it's Wednesday today? I don't know, but let's suppose it is. I'm being weighed today, which is why it's uppermost in my mind.
I see.
Yeah.
And when you turn up there, do you have to? Do you think about what you're going to be wearing? Would you wear like a lightweight?
Yes,
Shorts.
100%.
Yeah.
I wear trousers these are slightly thicker. I might change these trousers for later. And you take off as much as you're allowed to before you. And they're very, very expensive scales they've got there. One of the doctors, I said, I've got this urge to be burst like a balloon while standing on fish skin. He said, hold on, I'll pop you on the scales.
And who was the security guard that you were in a double act with? What was the story
I wasn't
there?
really in a double act with him. He was a mate of mine. I was working in an office in Croydon.
What was the office then? What were your duties?
Well, Croydon, as you know, Stonehenge with windows, as I used to say, Streatham without the glamour, all that kind of thing. But I was working in some sort of pension firm. I didn't really know what it was. I was doing kind of VDU input, just those 3 letters over and over again. And I was friends with the security guard there, a guy called Frankie J. Pooley, hilarious man. And we decided to go to this place called the Comedy Cafe, which Sarah alluded to, which is they had these competition nights on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Did you ever do that?
I did do that.
Did you?
Yeah.
'Cause I
In
used to go
Rivington
every Wednesday.
Street.
Yeah.
Old Street, wasn't it?
Yeah. I used to go every Wednesday, and Frankie J. Pooley went along, and he sort of, after a couple of weeks, he decided not to do it anymore, but he really was very funny. He was doing a sort of impression of Tommy Cooper during it.
Right.
And he used to have a couple of, he had a catchphrase about it, which I always really liked. He used to point at someone in the front row and go, "I respect you, punk." And that was his, that was his catchphrase, which I loved that. "I respect you, punk." Yeah. You've got a whole load of catchphrases, haven't you?
Well,
back me up
one
on
that
this.
failed. Yeah, back me up on this. You like the
You got to have a system.
You got Elon Musk, Donald Tusk. What are the other ones? The fight, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
What are the chances of that?
That's probably the most well-known one, is it?
But the one I wanted to, that I tried, you know, the thing is with catchphrases, you can write one, but it won't work unless it, often
You've got to keep doing it.
Well, often the catchphrase just happens. You say something, you get it off, and you keep it in.
Yeah.
But so I decided I was, and it was the 90s was the time of the catchphrase. They made a big comeback. Remember, the Fast Show?
I see.
It was all
not on the
catchphrases.
circuit so much, though. I thought you meant on the circuit. No catchphrases.
I think so. And
who else got on the circuit had a catchphrase?
You sort of have to do TV to get a catchphrase going, and then you then you have to reach a lot of people.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
I think that's how it works.
Well, to get a catchphrase that comes back at you, yeah.
Yes.
I used to do a
Well, that's sort of what a catchphrase is.
Well, I suppose, but you can teach it to someone at the beginning. You can teach it to them at the beginning of your act, even if it's the first time they heard it. I used to do one where I say, "Who'd work for McDonald's?" And then the whole audience went, "It's slave labour." That's another one.
That's not the same as a catchphrase.
Well, it used to be.
Not if you have to teach it at the start.
Well, I used to do.
No, because Bruce Forsyth comes on, he says, "Nice to see you," and they say "nice" because they know it.
But he had to teach it the first time, didn't he?
The thing is, he's done it on TV. The people have seen it on TV, and so when they come and watch the show, they know what to say.
Then they know what to say. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I mean, I hate to make a big point about this. Anyway, the catchphrase that I thought, I'll get this one going. I really liked it. It was with Al, with Al Murray when I used to do the Channel 4 show. And it was, what's the point? Right? But it just was... Yeah. Because it's sort of it's sort of negative.
No, I think I think if anything, it's because I tried to bring in one, not entirely unlike that one, on my little YouTube TV channel. Which
is excellent, by the way.
Thank you very much. Up to 3 subscribers now.
It's really funny. Tell us a bit about that, because you decided.
Well, let me just tell you what the catchphrase was. Was it say, why does everything have to have a point? That was it. Yeah.
It's a bit like my one. That's why it didn't work. Yeah.
But I think
what's the point?
But I think if anything, it's just not quite distinctive enough. I think it's perfectly decent, but it's just not.
Yeah.
If you said, "What's the blessed point?" and put an extra word in there that was a slightly weird word, then maybe they might,
What's the blessed point? Big laugh. He's right. So you did that Tim Vine TV, which is a great idea. You uploaded, what was it, a sketch every day or something?
Well, it was a little 3-minute thing, or maybe not even 3 minutes, more like 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes sometimes, and sometimes less. So maybe there was 4 or 5 sketches. And I would sit at a desk a bit like this, with a phone a bit like that. And
in your house?
That front as well. And in fact, this is no, in my house. And it had various bits and bobs on it, and I would introduce it. So I'd do a bit of stuff at the desk and then introduce 3 or 4 sketches, and then that would be it. And I did 54 of them.
Oh, I thought you did 365 of them.
No, it was on 1 a week.
Oh, 1 a week, not 1 a day.
Yeah. 1 a day would have been good, but I have occasionally wondered about doing that thing of getting someone who's young and knows technology to chop up all those sketches and put them on.
You should do
TikTok or something. Are you on TikTok?
I have a presence on TikTok, but I just
have you opened it yet?
When I get on it, it's just so intense. I don't see.
You don't have to go on it. You have to.
Well, you have to go on it to get on it. You have to just
mean?
open it. Well, if you open TikTok, right? So you on the app like that. If you open Instagram, you get one picture comes up of whoever someone you're following sometimes. TikTok, right? It goes goes the next one and then the next one and the next one. It's like whoa, and you don't know,
and you get stuck on there for hours.
You don't know. No, you just don't know if. It's quite intimidating.
Yeah, but that's
you're thinking, I want to
viewer.
add something, and you're I'm thinking, how do I stop it? How do I upload something?
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I find it quite noisy.
Well, again, this is why you bring in someone like you're right there, Sarah. By the way, I feel like we've left you.
Well, she's got something. Sarah, are you going to add something? Have you got anything further to say about Tim?
Career. Vine became a regular on the London comedy circuit by 1994, trying a variety of comedy styles. He realized one-liners were a good way forward after the audience's positive reaction to a joke. Vine built up his repertoire before making his first TV appearance on BBC One's Pebble Mill. The comedian's brief tour sold out at many venues. However, the 21st of September's show was relocated after the original venue cancelled due to the 2023 United Kingdom reinforced autoclaved aerated concrete crisis. I think we all remember where we were when the 2023 United Kingdom reinforced autoclaved aerated concrete crisis happened.
Gosh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, the RAC. It was called RAC.
Oh, that.
Yeah,
oh,
reinforced
sorry, right.
autoclaved aerated concrete crisis.
Of course, yes, I do remember that. Sorry, Sarah, I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it affected me in Dartford.
Did he? Yeah, it's us in Dartford as well, and also, where was it?
Ipswich.
No, I don't think it was Ipswich. I think it was
It's the
Newdigate Theatre. Where's that?
The thing about reinforced aerated autoclaved concrete
Yeah.
is that it's not actually the structure of the concrete that was at fault. It was about it not being maintained properly. Which I don't think was ever made clear.
No.
To us comics.
It wasn't really, no.
So it was by 94 you were a regular on the comedy set. Was that seems a bit later. I seem to remember. When did we first meet?
I should have brought this actually, the cassette. I have a cassette of a gig that we did together in 1993 at the Mexican restaurant in Crystal Palace. What was that?
Aztec. The Aztec. That's
yeah,
where
yeah.
I started. It's the first gig I ever...
Well, it was 93. You'd been going for a while by then, clearly.
3 years.
Yeah. And I had a little, because I wanted to record my acts in those days, so I had a little mic clipped on, a bit like this one, and a sort of Sanyo personal stereo thing stuck in my back pocket. So I switched it on to record, thinking I was going to go on, and it was on too long. So
fantastic.
Me and you are chatting.
Oh, really?
In that little holding area, which is just behind the door before you go on. Yeah.
Well, the great thing about that was you got a free Mexican meal, didn't you?
I never got that.
I've got a clip of us in 1993.
Oh, yeah, I love that. You lent it to me. I love it, yeah. Are you about to show it?
Day one, National Comedy Network tour, Royton Assembly Halls. Tim Vine.
In Oldham. And I think I should get the front. I've got longer legs.
Look how young you look there. Tim with that lovely long blonde hair. How'd it go?
I don't remember this bit.
That's you coming off.
Golden Wonder.
That's the rider, Crisps. And look at me with the hair there.
Oh, yeah, well, me with there as well.
Angus Mayo.
Angus Mayo.
No, my wife's just up the river. She's wearing very tight trousers. I think that's my joke.
Yeah.
Who was with us then? Was it just
Boothby.
two of us? Oh, Boothby, right.
Yeah, we were. I think we were supporting Boothby.
Yeah, right.
Boothby Graffo.
That was when I left my job in Croydon. I left it really because Boothby had asked his management, Avalon, if he said he was about to do a tour of university. Yeah, Boothby. I could do that again if you want. Boothby's management had booked him in for a big university tour, and he'd seen me once at the Comedy Store doing a short spot or something, and he said, "I'd like Tim Vine to be my support act." And so I got this offered this block of 30 gigs.
He was brilliant, Boothby. I mean, he just turned up fully formed, didn't he?
We used to say, me and Dave Thompson was on that tour as well. We used to watch him going on when he went on at the end of the night, and he used to start his act like he was walking on for the encore, you know. The confidence was just
I remember the thing about him was that he turned up because he was from the sort of Midlands scene, wasn't he?
Colville.
And he turned up and he had all this stuff. He'd had like hours and hours, and people would come into they'd run into the Meccano and say, Boothby's he's done 40 minutes at the Comedy Cafe. I'm doing Lee Hurst days. He's done 40 minutes at the Comedy Cafe. All new stuff. And we'd be shocked. So you kicked off on Pebble Mill.
Well, I mean,
Bob Langley, Donny McLeod.
It was Judy Spires.
Oh, Judy Spires.
Yeah. The sort of the later. It was just called Pebble Mill as opposed to Pebble Mill at 1.
Yeah, sort of the death throes of Pebble Mill.
Yeah, I guess. Well, it went on for a little bit longer than another couple more years. But there was that spot, wasn't there? You probably never did it. It was a bit beneath you.
I didn't.
But there was this 3-minute spot that the whole circuit knew about, that they kind of would put a comic in for these, and it was live. It was properly live, TV. And what I remember about it is that often people would be talking about which bit they could use, because lots of people had acts that were kind of a bit too rude for lunchtime telly or whatever.
Yeah.
Whereas my act, there was nothing rude in it. It was all just silly. And so I often thought to myself, God, I'd love to get the chance to do this. And actually, it was when I was working with Boothby, again, I credit him with this as well, that someone had come to see Boothby to see him for Pebble Mill, and Boothby said, because too cool for Pebble Mill, said, I don't want to do that, but you want to see this guy, he'd be great. And then they watched me do my thing, and that's when they offered me that Pebble Mill thing.
Yeah, I mean, that was the thing with both you and me, was that we were clean. And so when we
on the wrong circuit, really, weren't we?
Well,
initially?
kind of, born too late. But if we'd been, if we got booked on Des O'Connor, we didn't actually have to sort of
change anything.
Didn't have to change anything. Do you remember the theme tune to Pebble Mill at 1? Can you name?
No, I might be able to recognise it if you played me 3.
There were
tunes.
2. Right. 2 different tunes.
Oh.
As You Please by Raymond Lefebvre.
Oh, that's
first
my
one.
favourite.
But perhaps when you were on, it was Miller's Tune by Patchwork.
Possibly.
Sarah, do you have anything further to add?
Music. Vine was in a band alongside his brother Jeremy called the Flared Generation.
But you've
Vine
got a brother.
has released 3 albums, including Angus Crunch and the Nepali Flautist. Vine was the first man to appear on Channel 5, alongside Julia Bradbury. In 2004,
First one on
Vine
Channel
broke the
5.
Guinness World Record for the most jokes told in an hour with 499, beating the previous record of 362 by Estonian Erkki Kolu. Vine comedian has worked extensively with his close friend Plastic Elvis. That's it, you're up to date with Tim Vine. Hey, is you pleased to see me? Or do you have a pen behind your ear? Yuck 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 yuck. Love that one.
I think that's for
that
you,
for me?
That Twix, yeah. We don't know where she gets them from.
No. Oh, that's got saliva on it. Bot saliva on it.
Yeah. Well, he's only got tiny hands.
One of the things that is an example of AI being a bit rubbish is the fact this is a Guinness World Record. I mean, can't even work that out. It's a record, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. It is a minefield, but it's early days for AI, and we have to start somewhere. Erkki Kolu. Do you ever meet Erkki?
Erkki Kolu, as I call him. No, he was the person who had the record before me, 362 jokes in an hour. And then
Do we know any of those?
499. No, we don't. But he was from Estonia, so they may be in Estonian.
Yeah, it's not a country that you associate with a sort of long tradition of stand-up necessarily, but...
Well, that's because you don't speak Estonian. I'm sure they've got a
Well,
fantastic...
no, some countries don't. Germany don't have a tradition of stand-up comedy. They have clowns, they have clowning, A lot
Do
of
they
Europe, No, a lot of Europe don't have a stand-up tradition.
Well, whenever you sure about that?
Now that it's very popular, partly because of us.
I think France has, for example, doesn't it?
Did I say France?
No, you didn't, but I knew it was next on your list. Whenever I get into bed, I always think of France because my bed springs go Dordogne.
Yes, I know.
Another guest.
Tom Allen's in the holding bay.
Is Tom on? Is he on? You didn't know?
Yeah, he's this afternoon. So this, tell me about Plastic Elvis.
Yeah, well, I'm a huge Elvis fan, always have been. He's always been my favourite performer, really, since I was 10 or 11. Since just after he died, actually. I think there was so much stuff suddenly was flooded on the TV of him.
It's true.
That
it's
it
true.
really just, you just think, God, this guy's
Do you
amazing.
remember what you were doing when you heard about Elvis?
Yeah, we were at a...
It was
we were in
August.
Devon.
It was in
was
August, wasn't
in
it?
August,
77.
Yeah. We were coming down for breakfast in a hotel where we were on holiday, and I went, oh, look, Elvis has died. But at that point, I wasn't as much of a fan as I then became. I knew who he was, but I just remember picking up a thing that said Elvis dies at 42 on the front of the Daily Mail.
Yeah.
And then we all went into breakfast. But then I became a much bigger fan after watching him. In fact, to such an extent that I saw I think it was one of his 1977 concerts where he was really overweight. And bear in mind, I'm 12 years old watching this. I just thought it was incredibly cool. So
Was that Aloha from Hawaii?
No, it wasn't. It was a later one. It was one that was literally 2 months before he died. Omaha, I think, 1977, June 77. But I then would mime to an album my brother had of him live in Madison Square Garden, which was recorded in 1972. But I would mime and I'd put a cushion up my jumper and stuff and dress up by making myself look bigger.
Yeah. Think about Elvis. I mean, he did put a bit of weight on, but he was 42, wasn't he? I mean, we all put a little bit of weight on when we're...
You do, but he did look... I mean, when you look...
No, he looked
not
terrible.
so much... He did look... No, not to do with the weight side of things.
Puffy.
He just looked really unwell, and it was to do with various things that
Various
he was
people
taking.
got to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
But and also it was in comparison to what he had looked like.
Yeah, of course.
That's the difficulty, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
like
but I
being
don't
a
think-
top model and then having to sort of, they end up fiddling around with their face or whatever because they're trying to.
Yeah, but I think the tragedy of it is that we knew it was about, with hindsight, you watch those videos and you know he's about to die. Actually, at the time, the love for him was still absolute at the maximum. None of his fans went off him because he put on a bit of weight.
Maybe not his diehard fans, but I remember when I was a 90s, a bit older than you, 77, I was 13, 14. He was a kind of a bit of a... People used to sort of laugh, oh, Elvis is sort of out of fashion and he's sort of, all that stuff about him being overweight. But I remember Neil Dancy, when we got back to school, which was in September, obviously.
Right.
Him saying that...
Who's Neil Dancy? Should I know Neil Dancy?
No, he was a boy in...
Oh, I see, right. So it was a guy called Neil who used to dance a lot. Right.
No, Neil Dancy.
Right, okay.
And he said his sister had been crying because of Elvis.
Right. I mean, it's time probably for a joke now, isn't it? Elvis was climbing out of his swimming pool for the 10th time, and Priscilla said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I can't help falling in love."
And you've been working. How did you meet?
So I just wanted to do.
How did you meet Plastic Elvis?
Well, I met him because he was. How did I meet him? I saw him live.
What's the backstory?
The backstory is I saw him live and I thought he was amazing. The band are amazing, the High Noon Band, and I just thought he was great. And so well, what did I do exactly?
Because I think you've been involved in a film that Plastic Elvis.
Yeah, I directed this film, called Rockabrella Fella, starring Plastic Elvis. And he was such a joy to work with. He's just a lovely, lovely man. And
what's the story? I think we've got the little bit of the trailer for that. Should we play that in?
This is the best darn party I've ever been to.
Yes, you're invited to the best darn party you've ever been to. It's Tim Vine, as you've never seen him before, in a Plastic Elvis film, Rockabrella Fella, featuring 26 brand new rocking songs, including Mama Don't Fuss,
Mama don't fuss, mama don't fuss.
It's a 3-minute trailer. This
No, I've cut it down. Yeah. Don't worry, I've cut it down.
What am I ahead of the rocking? What am I behind on the rolling?
And the guaranteed toe tapper, evaporation.
When water gets hot, it turns into steam. Compress that steam, you can power a machine. Are you in the party mood?
Yes. That's how long it should be. So you've got 26 songs?
26 songs in it, original and new songs.
Yeah, which are all on Spotify. I'm doing all the legwork for you.
Yeah, thank you. They're on.
They're on Spotify. So it's under Plastic Elvis.
Plastic Elvis.
And we're very lucky to be joined by Plastic Elvis now. Welcome, Plastic.
Thank you, Harry. It's good. Hi, Tim.
Yeah, of course you know Tim.
Yeah, well, of course I do.
We said hello to each other
only
before.
in recent years.
Don't let me
carry on. I didn't grow up knowing him. You know, we got to know each other a little bit.
Yeah.
Truthfully, I was never a huge fan of the. Excuse me, no offense, but of the kind of the I guess you call it the British comedy.
Yeah.
It wasn't really my thing. So we met. I was doing a gig at Eagle's Nest Club in Memphis.
Right.
And someone said. Tim Klein's in. That's what I thought. I said, Tim Klein. I said, Pat's his brother's here? And, but no, it's Tim Vine. I said, never heard of the guy, you know.
Well,
but come and say hello. I said, I never heard of the guy. We got to get going. So we met very briefly.
But you hit it off and...
Yeah, but I picked it up and put it back on again.
So, what were the comics that you liked growing up?
Well, I liked Lucille Ball. Used to find Lucille Ball.
Some of the older Americans, like Mr. Bob Hope.
Bob and...
Mr. Milton Berle, perhaps?
Milton Berle, who gave me my first break, honestly. He was so good to me on those early during the Milton Berle show, when that's what caused all the hoo-ha in the first place, you know. Yeah. Just got everybody talking.
Yeah.
Because I was moving because I couldn't help it, you know. And then suddenly he got 160,000 letters, something like that. Honestly, it was, and they were not. They were all of them saying, "This is a disgrace. This guy should not be on television." Milton Berle read the letters, looked at them. Now, some people look at this and say, "Well, just that's a disaster." He rang up the colonel. He rang up the colonel and he said, "Colonel, you got a star in your hands." Yeah. If this guy can make this much of a splash, I didn't realize it. I was just moving the way I always move.
Yeah,
all my life.
Congratulations on the film.
Thank you. I owe a lot to Tim's direction. Honestly, he said some nice things about me. But I haven't. You remember, I haven't made a movie since 1968. You're talking about a 50-year.
Yeah. What was that one in '68 that you?
Change of Habit. Mary Tyler Moore. Yeah, she's no longer with us. She left about 10 minutes ago. She's just over there. No, she was a great gal.
So there's 26 songs. Do you write the songs, Plastic, or?
Yeah, I wrote some for him. Tim's written some for me, and some of them, and then we have a whole team of songwriters that, much like the way it used to work, in the 60s when we're doing all that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's your face, man. You're cracking me up, man. You're naturally funny. You see, you're not natural. I don't mean it's an offense. It's no natural comedy with you, but he's naturally funny.
He has to work at it.
Yeah, he has to work at the thing. Yeah. But we had a team of songwriters, and someone would say, we need a song about an egg. And so 65 songwriters would write songs about eggs. And I go and listen to all these songs about eggs, and then I decide which ones are the ones about eggs I like. And then it's the one that gets in the film,
What?
There's no songs about eggs in the film. I just don't want to say that. But just as an example, a horse. Someone says, we need to do a song about a horse on fire. So 65 songwriters write 65 different songs about a horse on fire.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite song from the film? I know I have.
I like a lot of them. I really like the rock and rolly ones. So I like Best Darn Party. This is the best darn party I've ever been to. This is the best darn party I've ever been to. I go to 30 a month, and all I do is look for you. I almost forgot the lyrics there. I tell you.
And then there's that call and response bit, isn't there?
Yeah, that's right. Are you in a party mood?
Yes, I am.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. great strength of this film is the plot, I'd say. Is there's a
Why?
lot of jeopardy there. It's about
Yeah, there's a lot in it. I mean, people say that my films is a lot of trivial stuff and that there's not a lot of depth to it. There's a lot of depth to this film, I'm telling you. It's, I'm not sure whether we're on the award trail exactly, for the Oscars or anything like that, but they got to have a look. They got to have a look.
Yeah, to have a chance. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of. Actually, there's a. I mean, don't want to spoil anything for anyone, but there's a very dramatic scene in the sea. How did you film that ocean, the sea thing?
Well, we had to hire what was a big block of water, and we had a picture of the sea behind it.
Where do you get those blocks of water from?
It's a swimming pool.
I see.
It was somebody's swimming pool in the back garden, yeah. But that's the trickery of you are taken to the center of the ocean when you watch it.
Yeah.
You're right there. It's like Castaway with Tom Hanks or whatever his name is. You're right in there. It's immersive. I guess it's what you call it, immersive. It's an immersive
Cinema
film.
experience, yeah.
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 And I just noticed we got the same watch. We got the same watch. And so what is it? Is it Casio? It was the same thing. Maybe you got it from the same place as me. I tell you, man. That is something.
Well, thanks for coming along, Plastic Elvis. It's lovely to see you.
Yeah. Thanks, mate. I really appreciate it. And you've got the strings, did you, for the acoustic?
Well, maybe you could sort this out later, the two of you.
Yeah, it's just okay. Yeah.
Harry Hill Show!
Regency Innovations are proud to present Sicky Poo the Bear, the new teddy bear game that all the family can play. Simply fill Sicky Poo up with the specially formulated Sicky drink and give him a squeeze. Oops. Watch out for the TV, sister. Mind Daddy's tie. Aim for the target. Ha-ha, bullseye. Sicky drink available in pink, blue and dirty brown. Sicky Poo the Bear. Also available in a Mrs. Brown's Boys version. Warning, Sicky Poo liquid contains a special substance which causes severe skin irritation and blindness and permanent staining of all fabrics. May cause dizziness, impotence and diarrhea if swallowed. Keep away from pets, especially parrots. Suits families with small mouths and short necks.
I love it.
Says Nicholas Sturgeon. Regency Innovations. Princely interventions in an uncaring world. This episode is sponsored by Saley. Do you remember, Gary, when I got all those roaming charges?
Yes, you got arrested, didn't you, for roaming late at night without your...
All right, Gary, I don't mean those sort of charges. No, it was the roaming charges. On the mobile phone.
Oh, that's right, yes.
Well, Saley is an eSIM app that gives you affordable data in over 200 destinations.
200 destinations? You go to 200 places on holiday.
Well, it would be in short bursts, Gary. It wouldn't be all in one go, would it?
What do we need data for, anyway? Well...
What we need data for is, I don't know, some of the apps need them. Maps and some of the car apps and, when you take photographs of your lunch and send it to your mum to wind her up.
Yes, look, Mum, I've had sausage and mash in France. Ha, ha, ha. Loser, double loser.
With Saley, you download the app once, choose your plan for wherever you're heading, and you're ready to go when you land. The next time you travel, open the app. Pick your destination and off you go.
That's what you just said to the other camera.
I know, Gary, it's very repetitive. No fiddling about with physical SIM cards. It's got a built-in ad blocker to cut down on wasted data.
Has it got a built-in ad blocker to cut down on wasted data?
That's right, Gary, yes. Plus security features like a VPN to give you extra protection on public Wi-Fi. And if you want the full works... What if I want the full works? Well, there's the Saley Ultra, where you'll get unlimited global data.
Oh, goody. Cashback and credits. Wow.
And a NordVPN subscription thrown in. Download the Saley app from your app store and use code HarryHill at checkout to get 15% off your first purchase. It's time for our theme of the week. Lighthouses. It's lighthouses this week. You know much about lighthouses, Tim?
Well, I'm very excited to hear about them from an expert because there's something magical about lighthouses. They're sort of apart from, the normal world in a way, aren't they?
Yeah, otherworldly. And we're joined by Tom Nancollas, Is that right, Tom?
That's beautifully done.
Yes, it's a very odd name, that. Where's that come from?
It's Cornish, but a lot of people think it's Greek, actually. But it's Cornish, it's very rare, and it means Valley of the Hazel Trees.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, come off it, really?
No, my dad researched this, and he says that it does. And who am I to question him?
Yeah, okay.
Well, you're his son.
Well, indeed. Maybe I should be questioning him more.
Yeah, wasn't looking for an argument. And you are a conservationist and author of Sea Shaken Houses.
Sea Shaken Houses.
A lighthouse history from Eddystone to Fastnet, and it's a Penguin book, so it's a proper book, and it says on it, a deeply personal account. The author's affection and enthusiasm shine forth vividly. Francis Pryor said that.
Quite so. Quite so. It was very generous of him. Francis is a great archaeologist.
So you also have that sort of slight romantic thing about White House, like I was describing there slightly.
Totally. I mean, I came at Lighthouses from the point of view of a romantic, kind of surreal and unworldly kind of non-expert in them. Became an expert in them over time. My point of view is building conservationists, right? So I was thinking about these as buildings, not as lighthouses, which sounds a bit strange.
Yes.
But they are buildings. They are remarkable Victorian in the main buildings, still out there, still shining lights, still standing flawlessly on their reefs. Because I should say that there are two kinds. There's the coastal lighthouses, which are the fairly ordinary type of buildings, right angles, washrooms, kitchens, bedrooms, etc. Like any of us would live in.
What do you mean? Hang on. So it's just
Well,
a
let him
normal
finish.
house.
We want to see what the next one is.
Yeah, so
You mean it's actually on the
Yeah.
on the mainland is what you mean by that, do you?
Exactly.
Right.
So on the coasts, on the cliffs, etc., you have these ordinary coastal lighthouses with a little tower with the light on it usually.
Oh, so it's
Fascinating
got
buildings.
it's got a little tower with a light on it.
Often quite stubby tower.
Right.
And lovely, charming, but not in the same league as the offshore rock lighthouses, which is the subject of my book, Sea Shaken Houses.
Oh, I
Because
see.
those buildings are buildings which tremble, right? Which is quite an unusual thing for buildings to do. The book's called Sea Shaken Houses because they do shiver when particularly violent waves strike them, but they never collapse. Not a single one of them has fallen down. It's amazing, actually. And to think of the time depth and the length of time they stood on these reefs, which are little toe holds, right, in the sea. Like, you can't even see them sometimes. When unmarked, you couldn't see them at high tide in violent storms. That's why they were marked. And we were lucky, really, that they were marked by these amazing towers in the Victorian period, principally because it's really hard to imagine them being built now. The danger of this enterprise was extraordinary.
To actually just get there and build them.
Yeah, exactly.
Get the bricks out there.
Yeah.
Well, imagine coming here, right, to do this job, but before you came here, you had to row for 13 miles over open ocean.
Yeah, I wouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes Southwest trains are a bit like that, but I think it's.
I mean, I've set this up deliberately. It's like basically 2 miles from my house.
Yeah, well, there we go. That's great.
May
Live above the shop.
I ask a question? Well, may I ask two questions that you can answer quite quickly? Number one, how many offshore lighthouses are there for this country? I mean, yeah.
There are 18 which are operational,
18.
20 in total. 2 of them are defunct.
And then following on from that, how many of them of those 18, do people live in?
None. So they're all automated now. That's the great shame, because actually these were buildings designed to be lived in by people, right? And the lighthouse keeper is a well-known kind of concept, a romantic concept. The reality was actually pretty bleak, I think it's fair to say. But they were designed to be lived in, to be ventilated, to have the windows opened and closed, to be swept, polished, etc. And now that they're not, they have interesting kind of signs of not decay so much as neglect, which is a shame because they still shine their lights, right? They're still used. They're still really important. Unlike say windmills, which we don't use as actively anymore, right? To grind corn.
We had an expert on windmills who actually would disagree with you.
I would love.
There's
to meet
one
him.
in Brixton.
There is, and actually that's an amazing story, isn't
and
it?
that makes flowers. So
okay,
just be careful.
I shall take it.
So why are they no longer manned? Is it they couldn't get anyone to take those jobs, or
no? There was always it was a good job to have in a way. It was secure, and the vistas were spectacular.
It's a bit like someone who works in an umbrella shop. In many ways, as long as there's rain and an umbrella, there's the rock umbrella fella, and as long as there's waves and shipping, you'll need lighthouses.
Totally. I think if the sea was ever permanently calm, then they would probably truly be redundant. Or if we didn't rely as much on shipping as we still do.
Is it that it's that it's not that it's choppy, stormy, or whatever, or is it just that there are hidden? I thought it was about hidden rocks.
This is it. So they're hidden rocks, but often when it's perfectly calm, you can see them. They're very obvious.
Right.
And actually, it's the wave motion, the storms which create the danger, because you lose your bearings in the sea quite easily. Yeah. I think by night, of course, they are vital. And I think the way to think of lighthouses like this are as fail-safes. We have digital navigation technology most ships use primarily and rely on. But it's
does that digital? Sorry, just to interrupt. That digital technology they have now, is that showing? Is that like kind of a radar thing? What they're approaching underneath the water?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So they can see all of this.
Yeah, they don't really need it in that case.
It's so sophisticated, but there's no certainty quite like the certainty of thousands of tons of granite. Basically, in the form of a tower telling you this is where the reef is.
But we've got slightly ahead. Because I wanted to start on a very basic level with the question, what is a lighthouse?
We've gone beyond that, haven't we, really?
Well, I think it's worth digging into it a bit, because the word house there is the ambivalent one, right? We all know that it contains a light, but the offshore towers that I wrote about in my book, they are more like strongholds or castles, really. They're not ordinary houses in any real sense of the word, domestic sense of the word. They're more like light castles, I would say. So there's an interesting thing about that, and also the house does a lot of heavy lifting when you think about the people who lived in them before, the keepers for whom it was a circular world, these offshore places. All the furniture's curved, all the walls are curved. The beds are called banana bunks. You sleep like a banana. You live in a kind of circular approximation of the clock too. You have precisely calibrated duties, night watches, etc. And the men who did this described themselves as being like pieces of clockwork. That's how they felt. They were very beautiful analog buildings designed to work with people inside them.
Yes.
And that's no longer the case, and they have an interesting afterlife now as a result.
When they had people inside them, would it normally be one person, or would it be more than one?
Well, it would always be three. You have to be really comfortable with solitude, but also with just huge vistas and elements.
And be
very
noisy
primal.
as well, right? Be very noisy.
Well, actually, originally, the lights turned with this kind of clockwork mechanism that just rose and fell very, very gracefully and very calmly. There wasn't much in the way of actual noise from within the tower, but you would have the sea kind of crashing against it. They were coal-fired kind of fireplaces and so on. Later, they were mechanized, so there was the engine going beneath it. I spent some time in the Fastnet, the one that's on the cover of the book.
Yes, this one.
7 days and 7 nights, and it was extraordinary.
On your own, or was
with 2 other Irish lighthouse engineers, with whom I spent a remarkable week.
Do you know the one in Dungeness, the lighthouse?
Yeah, so that's a really interesting one. 60s, I think it is.
It's not 60s, is it?
Yeah, it's certainly post-war, and it's concrete structure, really quite unusual actually for its kind. I mean, Dungeness needs no introduction, does it? As a very weird place.
Yeah, it's fantastically sort of spooky and eerie. That was for sale, that one.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, because I got the details, and actually it wasn't that much. But my wife said, "No, we've got enough stuff." But it was a lot of. I've been up it, and there's a lot of stairs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're all characterised by stair after stair. Well, one fact about the stairs is that lighthouse keepers would often have much stronger right legs or left legs, depending on the way the stair was configured, than the other, because of the endless going up and down in one direction.
Yeah, it's a bit like with if you use a micro scooter a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be on one. Yeah.
One leg gets built up when you have to have your trousers altered. So what was it about the Edison Lighthouse then that has entered sort of
That's
folklore?
the real thing, is it, Edison Lighthouse?
Oh yes, yeah. Well, I think it became totemic because there have been 4 lighthouses on that site, which itself is quite extraordinary. It was the site of the first ever offshore lighthouse.
What is the site? Where is that?
So it's 13 miles approximately south of Plymouth in the English Channel. Okay. So like really in a prime spot to make everyone's lives difficult, really, when it comes to shipping, because it's the main shipping route. And it was marked by an amazing man called Henry Winstanley, first of all, in the late 17th century. He had lost money in ships that were wrecked on this reef. He was a really interesting guy. guy, an inventor. He came up with a museum of strange automata and practical jokes and the like just off Piccadilly, which actually was such a successful business that it ran for a long time after his death, because died he did, and I'll tell you how in a second. You can probably already guess. But he marked this reef with an amazing lighthouse, octagonal in plan, rising to 3 stories, but looking more like a Jacobean folly in a deer park than a lighthouse as we can think of it today. Strange weather vanes, strange projecting elements for no discernible, obvious purpose, gilded bedchamber, Latin inscriptions, etc., viewing gallery to take the air. It survived 2, I think, or 3 winter storms, so it proved it could be done. Everyone thought it'd be impossible to do this, but it could be done. Then, sadly, in the 4th storm of its career, the Great Storm of 1703, it was swept away with Winstanley inside it. So a great shame. But
and the light at that stage would have been what, a fire?
Basically a huge chandelier with wax dripping down everywhere
candles.
into the
Wow.
I mean, the lighthouse keeper's job then was to light them all and snuff them out. You can imagine how long that took and how perilous it was.
About 20 minutes, what?
Probably.
Also, going round, you think might sort of the problem might be that it might go too fast and blow the candles out. If you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, well, it actually was static.
Static, yeah. It wasn't spinning.
It wasn't going around. Right.
Yes. No, it was the early lights were lights that simply hung there or were displayed with no kind of
Why does it go
magnification.
round?
Because that way you can create a signature of flashes, which in turn gives each light an identity that can be discerned by seafarers.
Oh, I see.
So
Like message, it doesn't send messages, but it is as you think, oh, that's it. That we recognise that one. That's Edison.
Exactly.
Edison.
So, for instance, one white flash every 5 seconds, a mariner will know to be a certain lighthouse. Whereas when they're all the same,
interesting.
You can't get your bearings quite in the same way at night, potentially. So that was, and they spun in these in the glory kind of 19th century lighthouse design. They rotated in these amazing mercury troughs, which were like precisely engineered cast iron, so they would just turn. You could breathe on them, and they would turn around. Like they were so beautifully done. But the mercury would be spilled when the lighthouse was shaken in particularly heavy storms. So part of your job would involve mopping up mercury spillages, which isn't great, really.
Not really, no.
That would probably make you unwell, yes.
Yeah.
In the long term. Okay, is there anything further we need to know about lighthouses?
Only that they probably, as architecture and as things, as buildings, are the most selfless act of building, really, that I think you could possibly imagine. They're there for the safety of everyone. They still operate today, and they should still capture our imaginations as a result.
It almost
couldn't have
makes
put
you,
it better myself.
No, I was going to say, it almost makes you think the amount of effort that, especially when people used to have to live there and operate this thing, that it almost might have been, and correct me if this is foolish, but it almost might have remove the rocks.
These
File them
might
down.
be, yeah.
File down the rocks.
Well, I think
It's
that's
a no-brainer.
That leads us to a really interesting point, though, actually,
Thank
Tim,
you.
because if that were an option, and we have destroyed rocks of similar strength on land with dynamite and so on,
Exactly.
was the act of lighthouse building something more than just marking a hazard? Was it an act of, this is what we can do?
Yes.
This is our capability. And actually, when you think about the 19th century, especially tendency to intervene in nature, build huge viaducts, huge
No,
earthworks,
true, and I
and
suppose
so
it's
on.
environmentally friendly, and it's becoming part of the landscape of a lighthouse, isn't it? As opposed to saying we don't want you there, so we'll destroy it. We'll find a way of working with the landscape.
It's a way of adorning a reef instead of just destroying it.
If we want to find out more about lighthouses, there's your lovely book, Sea Shaken Houses. Do you have a website, or is there a thing?
I'm on Instagram. You can find me under my name.
Which is Tom Nancollas. Thank you very much.
It's the Harry Hill Show.
It's time to play Name the Seed.
Name the seed.
What do you like at seeds, naming seeds?
Well, you mean name them what they are, or give them a name?
Name what they are.
Oh,
That would be ridiculous.
Well, I thought maybe that one's Nigel, that sort of thing. It's a bit easier, I suppose.
Yes.
So it depends what the seed
Sarah
is.
the broad bean.
Yes.
Poppy the pea. Very
Well,
confusing.
I just call her Poppy.
Poppy, yes. Now, well, we'll find out. Have you got a garden?
I do have a garden.
Yeah, I've seen it. So, all right, tip.
No, that's my house you're thinking of.
You cut the top off that conifer.
Yeah,
anyway,
I did.
you've
Well, no,
forgotten.
that's the outside my front door. Yeah.
It's a bit of a hatchet job. Now, listen.
You have to, with conifers, that you can't just cut in because
No,
they never come out.
never grow out.
Yeah,
Just-
so you can only go a tiny bit in.
bare wood. You end up with bare wood. That's why you have to keep an eye on them. Now listen, we have got. Can you read that?
Name the seed.
I've got a sealed Ziploc bag here, which I'm opening, and inside that I've got a box containing a number of seeds. How many seeds does it say on that box?
8,000.
8,000 seeds. Okay, all individually in sachets and so forth. I'm going to take
8,000 different seeds for different.
No, 8,000 seeds. Yeah. But there's not that many. 1, 2, in fact, 20.
20.
It's a good question, though. Didn't see that, did you?
No, I didn't. I saw the word pack.
Okay, all right.
Do you want me to? I need to avert my eyes, do I?
Well, that's my fault.
You need a catchphrase here. Avert your eyes from the seeds.
Avert your eyes from the seed now. Right. So then I take it out. And for anyone watching at home who doesn't want to know the name of the seed, look away now. Look away now. Okay. Okay, what I'm going to do, Tim, I'm going to open this sachet. I'm going to pop one of the seeds onto the seed display.
Okay. Tell me when I can look, because I don't want to accidentally read something.
No, of course not. These are tiny seeds, these ones.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's coconut out then.
Okay.
Right.
Now, you have the time it takes for the display circle to rise and go back again.
Yeah.
To name the seed, or at any point you can change the seed. You have the opportunity to change the seed, but only once. You can only change.
May
it
I
once.
ask a technical question about that variety of seeds you had in that packet? Are they literally different? It's not like they're seeds of things we can eat, for example, or they're seeds.
Well, I can't give you that sort of information.
No, okay. Well,
it's not that sort of
okay.
competition.
I already have a theory about that, and I'll have a closer look when it rises.
Okay. Are you ready to name the seed?
I am ready.
Name the seed, 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 name the seed.
What are you seeing?
Name the seed, name the seed, name the seed, name the seed, name the seed.
You broke. Oh, flip. Sorry. I saw that
you broke.
I've sniffed up the seed. There's the seeds there. I think I know. Hang
on a sec.
Right.
Jesus.
Sorry.
That's
God, that's a bit of kit that needs.
All right. We need a bit of blue tack or something.
Is that
like
the top of the seed? I mean, is that the?
Hey.
Which is the?
Don't
sorry.
Stop fiddling with the device.
Sorry.
Yeah, I made this. Do you want to? Are you happy with the seed?
Yes, I'm very happy.
Do you want
with
to change the seed?
No. I wasn't expecting to enjoy this, but it's grown on me. Right, but I am ready for a guess, though. Do you want me to say something?
Yes. Name the seed.
I think it's a grass seed.
Are you saying grass seed?
Yes.
It's not a grass seed, Tim. I'm so sorry. I mean, I get where you're coming from with that, because it's a very small cylinder, or a kind of pointed seed. So I'm going to give you that seed. I want you to plant that seed. When it comes up, you'll find out what that seed is. That was Name the Seed.
Name the seed.
It's getting you more in touch with the land.
I like it.
You see?
Gary's Joke Corner.
For Gary's Joke Corner. Now, as you know, Tim, I'm handing over the business to Gary, my son from my first marriage in 2030. So he hasn't got long. He needs some new jokes. Do you have a joke for Gary?
You got any jokes for me? I know you're the guy that comes up with all the jokes.
Well, I do have a lot of jokes, and I love your style of jokes, Gary. I've seen this sort of jokes you do, and
Yes.
I love
you're
it.
a fan of mine then as well.
A fan of?
A fan of mine.
Well, more you, I think, than Harry. And I mean, it's very close, but I think that I'm just very excited. I've met Harry before, I suppose, but I'd not really met you properly, so this is a great pleasure. I thought we could do a joke together, like one of those call and response jokes.
You're right, I guess. I love that. It's just the sort of joke that I do.
It isn't it, Gary? It's just the sort of joke that you do.
Yes, okay. So
Off you go then.
Right, okay. So I'll tell you what word you need to say with a question mark.
Has it
at the end of
started yet?
Not yet. No, we haven't started yet, Gary. Right. So you know
Just be
those
patient, Gary.
You know those bikes, Gary, that two people can ride at once, right? So a tandem, yeah. You know they're called a tandem.
Have you heard about the two types of bike?
No. It's not. No. I'm going to be asking the thing, and then
I'm going to be asking it.
Oh, no. Oh, I see.
What is it? What's going on?
So I'll say something to you, Gary, and your response is Tandem.
Oh, okay, right.
Okay.
Yes.
And then I'll do the punchline. And
I
we'll
don't
try that.
understand what he's talking about, Daddy.
He's going to say something to you, and then you're going to say tandem.
Okay, all right. Off you go.
Me and a friend just cycled across.
Tandem.
Nearly, not quite, not yet. No, wait a minute. No, not
Timing,
quite.
Gary. It's all about
not,
timing.
Yes, not. Wait till. I'll point at you, Gary, when the moment comes.
Right.
Okay, I'll point at you.
Tandem.
No, nearly. Not just yet. Not just yet. Me and a friend
Yes.
cycled across the desert with our legs exposed.
Tandem.
We certainly did.
Tandem is
There we-
stand the legs. Stand the legs, Daddy.
I know. Gary, have you got a joke for us?
Yes, I've got a joke for us, Daddy.
Don't make that noise, Gary. It limits your appeal.
Sorry, Daddy. Yeah, Daddy. I was at the funeral of a Mexican friend of mine.
Juan?
Well, he was one of twins, but the other one was still alive.
Go on.
Yes. Well, it was... that's not
The joke then?
No, that's not the joke. There's just an extra one on the way. You've got to put some jokes in on the way, Daddy, sometimes. It's about the journey. Yes, well, it was raining, so we were wearing hats.
This is your Mexican friend.
Yes, I was at the funeral of a Mexican friend of mine. It was raining. We were wearing hats, of course. It's very sad, our funeral, and I felt so drained by the affair that I had a nibble on an aerated chocolate bar. And as I ate it, I had a tear in my eye.
Somber Aero?
Yes, they were all wearing hats.
Well, that's the sound that tells me we've come to the end of our pod scarf. If you want to get in touch, do send an email to podcast@harryhill.co.uk. All that remains is for us to thank our expert, Tom Nancollas, and, of course, our special guest, Tim Vine. Butterfly in blue jeans, hamster in a chiffon top,
Puppy in a poncho, fluffy duckling with a bob.
butterfly in blue jeans.
Butterfly in blue
These are the things of our dreams.
These are our dreams.
These are the things. Good night, everyone, and thanks for watching. See you next time. Of our dreams. Crashed it. You crashed it. Crashed it.
Harry Hill Show! It's the Harry Hill Show. Harry Hill Show. It's the Harry Hill Show.